Welcome to the Fortress on the Hill, Mission Hills High School, home of the Week 7 State Farm Game of the Week. The matchup looks like this. If you saw the top 10 rankings, both at KUSI and at the UT, Oceanside and Mission Hills, and I believe it's a 6 versus 8 matchup. I know it's a top 10 matchup, and it'll be our exclusive content at 10:45 on the PPR First and 14. Right now, I am joined by my sidekick on these pre-PR shows. He is the San Diego Strike Force head coach and one of the leading opinion makers of our time, head coach Bert Grossman. Bert,
yes.
Welcome back to the pre-PR.
Thank you.
What do you say we get right to it?
Okay.
Let's start with your best 20 seconds on the visiting squad, the Oceanside Pirates.
We have Tua, I think 1,000 yards total offense out of running back, and we also have Harris, who's passed for about 1,000 yards. Those two are the key, obviously. Oceanside defense has been really tough the last 4 weeks, averaging about 10 points a game given up. So I'm not sure who I'm going to go with yet, just so you know.
All right, well, let's roll that video of Oceanside. A lot of people are talking about how the Pirates are experiencing a resurgence. Do you agree with the pundit assessment?
I do, but, John Carroll set the standard so high for Oceanside. I wouldn't say a resurgence, yes, to the last couple of years, but not to that level yet, no.
All right, so we also have some video of Mission Hills. Give me your best 20 seconds on the home team tonight, Chris Hauser's Grizzlies of Mission Hills.
Same thing. A lot of speed. They've been well for the last 3 or 4 or 5 years. Junior Sale's nephew, great defensive lineman interior. If he can slow down the running attack of Oceanside, I think it's going to be a good game.
We should mention, just so you know, next week, I think Mission Hills is at Torrey Pines, and Sale's nephew is going to be wearing the wire in our Sounds of the Game, so we're going to have a good look at him.
That'll be nice.
Yeah, all right. So with that said, let's bring in what has now become a regular occurrence here, Mr. Don Norcross, sports writer icon in our market, who for the 3rd straight week finds himself in the same location as us. Don, we appreciate you dropping by to spend a little time. A year ago, these two teams played to a 66-point contest on John Carroll Field. The Pirates shocking a lot of people by beating Mission Hills. I think that, now don't quote me on this because I can't remember, it was 35-31, something like that.
I think you have it exactly.
All right, so that was the score. That was a kind of a significant game for the Oceanside because at the time, folks were thinking, oh, maybe this is not going to work out, but then they beat a team that they weren't supposed to beat, and now we're at this point of the game where this rematch is happening. Tell us about what's going to happen tonight.
Well, what's going to happen tonight, if it's like last year, it's going to be a really high-scoring game. 35-31, Kyron Beecham threw for 279 yards, 3 touchdowns, rushed for another 64. All I can tell you is that Chris Hauser is glad that he's at the University of Idaho now and is not at Oceanside High.
All right, I have a question for Don. Okay. Now, before you got here, I was 4 for 0, got everything right. You came along, you're 0 for 2.
I'm 0 for 2 and you're 0 for 2. We're both 0 for 2.
You showed up. So I'm going to just go with opposite of whatever you go with tonight, so don't ask me first.
All right, so Don, who's going to win this football game tonight and why?
I am 0 for 2, and I can tell you that coaches are begging me to pick the opposition. So I'm going to go with the Pirates. They might be arriving a year early. Kavika Tua is a junior. The quarterback, Jacob Harris, is a junior. This is a good team, a very good team. Mission Hills is a little bit nicked up. I'm going to go with the Pirates.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Don. I know you have to do your pregame stuff, so we appreciate you stopping by. Odds are we're going to run into you again before the season's over. Just a quick look at the PPR games of the week that we are also featuring. Maddie Sinclair, we could have been there as well. We picked this one instead, but Maddie Sinclair's at quite a ball game as Carlsbad takes on Torrey Pines. That's always a big ball game. Out in East County, Granite Hills and Steele Canyon will be playing in the Elkhorn Ford East County game of the week. The National City Malacars game takes us to East Lake. The Titans trying to overcome a lot of team turmoil as they take on Mater Dei. And then the Jersey Mike Sandwich game, Lincoln and Madison. What need more be said about that, plus highlights from 21 other games. Our top recruit, our 5-star, actually read the 5-star top recruit is going to be E.J. Kreutzmann from La Jolla Country Day. He'll be in studio. He'll also be in Carroll's Corner, so we're looking forward to that conversation. And here's a quick look at some of the other stuff we'll be doing tonight on the PPR. Rick Jackson is the Strike Force Coach of the Week, and we'll just have a lot of excitement for you as we bring you the constant variety of San Diego high school football. Oh, by the way, we should mention that Nick is our State Farm Game of the Week. How would you pronounce that last name? Mendersi? Nick, anyhow, he'll be joining Maddie Sinclair at Torrey Pines. Big presentation as State Farm, who's involved in a 14-team pilot with us as we're trying to bring some of the money that State Farm is donating nationwide to local high schools and their programs. Nick is going to be on hand with a very important presentation to the folks at Torrey Pines. Torrey Pines is his pilot school. All right, so coming up, a lot of stuff on the pre-PR. Bert,
I'm so impressed that you attempted Nick's last name right there, because I got anxiety just looking at it.
Difficult names are second nature to me now.
I figured that.
All right, so your excitement, can you feel the excitement here tonight?
A little bit. It's JV still, so it comes slowly, but yes, absolutely towards the end.
All right, so we will have we will be bringing you a constant variety of content. We're going to be hearing from all our live reporters. We're going to be previewing where our viewing party is taking place tonight, and we will have all sorts of exciting content as we bring you the very best in San Diego high school football. We want to remind everybody, please, KUSI PPR on all our social media platforms. We are everywhere tonight, and our social media deluge is second to none in the market. Please enjoy it. We'll have more pre-PR coming up, but right now we send it to these important commercial words.